Hello everyone, it's Leo, and even though I'm here with the twinkle stick, I'm not here to talk about Purikua today. I'm here to talk about one of my favorite things in the world, which are the Star Guardians. Star Guardians is a line of skins in the League of Legends world in which the characters from the League of Legends universe are turned into magical girls. So I'm obviously very excited because this year we're having a new Star Guardians release. But there is a very vast and big world of Star Guardians for us to explore. So I'm doing a video series on what we have so far of the Star Guardians. And in this first video, I'm going to talk about the first season of the Star Guardians, which comprises basically of the first Star Guardians team. So for you guys that don't know, League of Legends is probably one of the most popular games nowadays, and it's a MOBA styled game in which you have a team of 5 people playing against another team of 5 people. And it's basically tower defense in which you have to invade the base of the other players and destroy the nexus. But there are other means of playing it. You can play it by yourself, you can play it 3 versus 3. There's even an auto chess mode, which I love, by the way. But there were even special modes in Star Guardians. So let's just start talking about this.
In the beginning of all things, the first star gave its light to create the universe. New worlds were born, and with them, warriors imbued with the light of the first star. These protectors are supernovas blazing bright, yet destined to collapse as furiously as they burn. They are the Star Guardians. As a Star Guardian fades, their power is reborn in new protectors. Star Guardians are chosen for their strength and resolve, but above all, they're chosen for their courage. It often signals a cataclysmic battle elsewhere in the universe when multiple Star Guardians are chosen to serve at once. Star Guardians must familiarize themselves with the customs and rituals of a planet in order to blend in with its inhabitants, dispelling any suspicion about their true nature. Such activities often help strengthen the bonds between young Star Guardian teams. Star Guardians are imbued with incredible power, but with it comes a lifetime of service to the universe. It is a life burdened by responsibility and fatal consequences. Although rare, a Star Guardian may reject their fate as a protector. However, the results of such an action reverberate across the universe and beyond. Star Guardians can only defeat the darkness that spreads across the universe if they stand together. They will fight as one or fall as many.
First thing to notice is that the Star Guardians were born in 2015 when Star Guardian Lux was released. Star Guardian Lux was released in 2015 and she was released by herself. It was just a special skin. So we had that very popular character, Lux, receiving a skin in League of Legends based on magical girls. And an interesting fact, Lux is one of the most popular League of Legends characters for sure. And then she, out of nowhere, received that skin, which was very beautiful. She had pink hair, she had a great costume, and quickly as you looked at her, you could see that she was supposed to be based off a magical girl, and people quickly jumped and said, oh, she is a Sailor Moon based character, she's a Madoka based character. And obviously people were going to mention the most popular magical girls, at least in the West, but there's even a Purikua reference in Star Guardian Lux. When she was released, the dance of the character was changed, especially for this skin, and she got a Doki Doki reference, a Doki Doki Purikua reference in her dance. Her dance was based on Konosora no Muko. She does the movement in which they sing Purikua, and she does like Purikua, and that's for me, it was a very big thing because, you know, League of Legends, a game that I love, referencing Purikua. Wow, that was just incredible. And you know, the Doki Doki endings, they were very powerful, and they kind of broke the Purikua fandom. You know, they became even bigger than the fandom. Like, lots of different people knew about it, even though they didn't really know about Purikiwa. They knew about that this ending. Not only Purikiwa got a reference in this skin, but also Sailor Moon. In the recall animation, we can see that there are some Sailor Moon inspired movements there. So it's a very nice thing if you think about it. But this skin was simply released by itself. There was no special lore, there was nothing. You know, it was just a beautiful, nice skin based off the Magical Girl universes. That was it. But things started to change in 2016 with the arrival of the first Star Guardian team. One of the things of Magical Girls is that usually they work in teams. After the 90s, after Sailor Moon started, the dynamics in the Magical Girl universe started to change. And they started working in teams. Like before that, most of the Magical Girls we had fought by themselves. They were like lone wolves, but not anymore. So the mode was to have a team of Magical Girls, and Star Guardians was no different. In 2016, we had the first team being released with skins for Jinx, Janna, Lulu, and Poppy. And so those 4 new skins joined Lux to form the first Magical Girl team of the League of Legends universe, forming the Star Guardians. So we had Star Guardian Lux, Star Guardian Jinx, Star Guardian Janna, Star Guardian Poppy, and Star Guardian Lulu. Those 5, when they were released, it was a very big thing. Everybody got crazy when we had more Magical Girls, each one with her own theme color and everything. And one important thing to notice is that the League of Legends universe is very vast. There's a very big story concerning all the characters and regions. There's a very big world, a lore, a very well-crafted lore for League of Legends. But when it comes to Star Guardians, we're not talking about the lore of the League of Legends itself, but more of a parallel universe. Just to give a quick example, Lux in the League of Legends world comes from Demacia, which is a kingdom, and in this kingdom magic is forbidden. But Lux is a mage, so she has to hide that. She can't really fully comprehend her powers, she can't train, she can't show her powers to people because magic is forbidden in Demacia. But in the Star Guardian universe, Lux is a simple high school student that gains powers and becomes a magical girl. So, like, the League of Legends universe is big and huge, but when it comes to Star Guardians, the things shift a little bit and become a parallel universe, sort of. So we have a different lore for the Star Guardian girls, even though their personalities remain more or less the same than they are in the original League of Legends universe. So let's start with the character profiles from the 5 characters we have in the first season. So let's start with Lux. Lux is the captain of her team, so she is the leader, and she's always cheerful, optimistic. She always wants to fulfill her mission and her destiny. And even though there is kind of a tragic aspect of being a Star Guardian, she doesn't let that bother her. She keeps on fighting and she keeps on being optimistic in face of all the hard battles they go through. And that is a very inspiring thing for her teammates. And being the leader, she is the Pink Star Guardian, and she believes that the unity of her team can make them overcome any challenge. Radiant Staff is the name of Lux's weapon, which is embodied with her courage and her selfless nature, and was given to her by the Starlight, which is the source of the Star Guardian's power. And inside this weapon, inside this wand that she uses to fight, there is a very cute mascot that accompanies her called Mimi. Lux loves cakes, she loves music, and she has a very strong proficiency in light magic. And now for the second magical girl, Jinx is the Red Star Guardian, and she has a very rebellious personality. She never really treated her mission as something special or something that she must do. She never treated it as an actual mission. For her, it's just a plaything. Because of this rebellious attitude, most of her teammates don't really understand why she was chosen for being a Star Guardian, and most times She just doesn't want to protect a world she doesn't trust in. She doesn't believe in this kind of mission. But Jinx is Lux's childhood friend, and even though she doesn't take her mission very seriously, she has this burning desire inside of her to protect the ones she loves, and that's what motivates her to fight. Her companions are Kudo and Shido. Both of them have the ability of turning into weapons that ties in with Jinx's way of fighting. She has two different weapons, and Kudo is the black one, obviously, and Kudo has this little personality of being this devilish, cutish mascot, and at the same time, it loves glittery and explosionary things. And Shido never shows its true colors. It never changes its expression, but Jinx only saw its expression once, which was after a very intense and hard battle that Jinx destroyed lots of monsters. She saw a little grin on Shido's face. Scary. Jinx loves racing and curry. She hates studying, obviously, and she has a proficiency in heavy arms. Now let's talk about Janna, the purple Star Guardian and a personal favorite. I love Janna. Janna is a very mysterious magical girl, and she works as a mentor to Lux, so she's always helping Lux in leading the team. She never really talks about her past or about herself or about her mission as a Star Guardian, and she seems very disconnected from the present, from this space and time. She always seems to be thinking about something else. She is the wisest of the five, and she's always helping the team in this way. She's always helping the team keep this harmony going, and she is very respected by the other Guardians. Her presence even brings out respect from Jinx, who doesn't care about anything. Janna also has a mascot called Zephyr. Zephyr is her oldest companion. Zephyr is also her confidant. It's someone who's been with Janna for a long time. And Zephyr is always gliding around her, and it emanates an aura that suits and pleases everyone that's around. So Zephyr acts like a counterpart to all of the other big personalities in the Star Guardians team, and it helps keep the balance of the battle a little more because, we're talking about intense and strong personalities. So Zephyr acts like a kind of like a counterpart for every other personality. And another thing that's interesting to talk about Janna is the fact that she rarely discloses her past. So we can guess that Janna was a Star Guardian before this team, and she has something that happened that we don't really know what it is. And so far, we don't know much about that. But when we get to the second season, we're going to see a little bit more on Janna's story. Janna loves reading, she loves natto, she loves studying history, and her proficiency is in air magic. Now let's talk about Lulu, the green Star Guardian. Lulu, originally in the League of Legends world, is a Yordle, which is a different creature. She's not human. But in the Star Guardian universe, it seems that she's just a simple human who's very short. And so Lulu is a green Star Guardian. She has a very eccentric personality, and she's always seen as the odd member of the team. Lulu has a very unique and special relationship with the Starlight, which is the source of the Star Guardian's power. And this relationship of hers with the Starlight creates kind of like an inner world for Lulu. So she likes being part of this inner world, but she doesn't really care of the real world. She doesn't care about the real world at all. She just wants to be inside this world. She just wants to be part of it. And she just lives inside this fantasy most times. Because of that, she distances herself a lot from her teammates. But the other girls all accept her eccentricities, and they all love her the way she is. Her companion is Pix, a fairy that Lulu claims that it was with her even before she became a Star Guardian. An interesting fact about Pix is that it has a golden ball, and the golden ball is something that keeps pigs afloat. Lulu loves gardening and cupcakes. She absolutely loves studying agriculture, and her proficiency is in Fey sorcery. The last of the Star Guardians is Poppy, the blue one. Poppy is also a Yordle in the original League of Legends universe, but here it seems that she's also a normal human. She is the warrior of the Star Guardians. She is probably the one that takes her mission the most serious. She is always ready for battle. She's always the first one to jump into battle. She never lets anyone off the hook, and she doesn't really comprehend when people don't take their mission seriously. That's why she doesn't really understand Jinx as a Star Guardian. Poppy puts her duties above everything else, and for her, it's smash or be smashed. Everything is very black or white. Well, either you defeat or you will be defeated. Different from the other girls, Poppy doesn't have a mascot. Even though like Lux and Jinx, they have mascots that turn into weapons, in Poppy's case, she doesn't have a mascot. Her companion is the weapon itself, which is Light's Hammer. Light's Hammer is a hammer imbued with Poppy's spirit of courage and bravery. So it's very powerful, and it only accepts Poppy as its master. It even says that if it had legs, it would crawl into the ground, and it would only leave the ground when Poppy picks it up. So Poppy is the only one that can wield the Light's Hammer. Poppy loves shot put and okonomiyaki. Her favorite subject is athletics. Nothing different and nothing that we wouldn't expect from Poppy. And she is proficient in blunt weapons. With the release of the first season, we didn't have much to go on. There wasn't much lore about the Star Guardians. There weren't even character profiles at the time. But they released 2 songs to go with the Star Guardian story. Burning Bright, an English song, and the other one was called Endless Starlight, Inochi no Kirameki, which is a Japanese song. And together with them, they released a video that was basically like an anime opening, an animation based on the Star Guardians, which is gorgeous. Like, you see that animation and you dream about Star Guardians having an actual anime. But in that video, we were able to see a lot inside the world of the Star Guardians, and we bloomed with curiosity to know more. But the video was enough for us to understand lots of things that happened inside it. The first one is that Lux is seen as the main character. She is the one that's always front. She's the one that's always being shown, and she's the one that's always being thinking and everything. She is the center character, basically. And in this video, we can see a little bit of their daily routines at school. We can see a little bit of their personality with Lux and with Lulu and Poppy eating, and Jenna being all serious, and Lux always worried about Jinx. And we can also see the Guardians fighting. But the most important thing about this is that it shows a lot of the dynamics between Jinx and the team itself. Jinx is a very important piece of the team, but there is a very big disconnection between her and the other girls. And we can see Jinx distancing herself and trying to understand her mission a little bit more. And I don't think she actually understood her mission, but there was a very important fact, which was the 4 girls were fighting by themselves and they were having a hard time. But then Jinx arrived and they were able to fight together as a 5 team and a 5-girl team. We all know what happens when a team of magical girls is complete. They're powerful, they're strong, and nothing can defeat them. And in this video, we can also see the girls showcasing their powers a little bit, and it was very interesting. We can even see a little bit of a transformation scene from Lux, which is amazing. And this is really incredible. It's really like a piece of art. To me, it's a piece of art. And this is basically what we had for season 1 of the Star Guardians. Well, when the skins were released, you can buy them in a pack, and you would have a special special icon and everything. But things started getting really interesting in season 2. We had more lore, we had new characters, we had a new team, and we could see the teams interacting. Many things. But season 2 is going to be shown in another video next week, so you can expect that probably next Saturday. And then we can talk about the lore, which gets really bigger in season 2 and really interesting. And after that, we also had kind of like a spin-off from the Star Guardians with the Pajama Party, and we're going to actually go on that as well, probably in part 3. And we're still going to have new Star Guardians this year, so probably a new Star Guardian team. Based on the rumors, it's probably going to be a 3-girl team this time around, and I'm very curious to see that. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to talk about Star Guardians because I'm very excited about Star Guardians in 2019. I love Star Guardians. I really like League of Legends. I have lots of fun playing it. And, you know, Star Guardians is my thing. I just wanted to share this moment with you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Bye-bye.